Rhonda for going on 30 years now. The Beach Boys rode surf music to superstardom in the 60s, but one of the teenage rockers missed the perfect wave and didn't go along. His name is David Marks, and he is our inside story for today.
Let's go surfing now, everybody's learning how, come on and safari with me.
Way back in the early 1960s, they were the biggest thing in music. There was Mike Love and Carl and Dennis and Brian, the Wilson brothers. And then there was David. David? David who? That little guy at the left end of the guitar line is named David Marks, and he was one of the very first members of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Beach Boys.
Let's go surfing now, everybody's learning how, come on and safari with me.
But for David Marks, there will probably be no Hall of Fame. He made an impulsive decision 27 years ago and lost his chance to keep playing on the endless summer.
At the time, I couldn't wait to get out.
When he was 12 years old, David Marks used to ride his skateboard in this Hawthorne, California neighborhood right across the street from the house where the Wilson brothers lived. He used to fool around with a guitar, too. One day, the Wilsons asked him to join their band.
He was our neighbor. He had just kept learning and learning more guitar, and he turned into a great guitar player.
David Marks' guitar can be heard on many of the early Beach Boy classics. He recorded songs on 4 albums, including Surfin' USA, 409, Surfin' Safari, Be True to Your School, Surfer Girl, and In My Room. Barely a teenager, Mark suddenly found himself a rock and roll star.
It happened so fast, we didn't realize what was happening. We were just some kids having fun on the road. We'd play a 4-hour dance. It wasn't like a concert where we did one set of our hits. And this is when we had a #1 record in the nation.
Marks made a trip to Hawaii with the band and recalls that there wasn't much supervision of the group on the road. Temptations came from a variety of sources, including one aggressive Midwestern millionaire host.
He said, well, Dave, he puts his arm around me. I hear it's your birthday. It's your 14th birthday. And he bought me a scotch. And he said, see that little blonde over there in the chair? Just ask her to go upstairs. It'll be fine.
But all of a sudden, the fame and attention were creating problems for David Marks.
I was convinced that I was going to make it on my own. I was 15 years old and a little bit arrogant.
Brian Wilson agrees.
I liked him as an artist, but his attitude was terrible. He really could have brushed up on his attitude a little bit, you know. He could.
Damn it, Brian, you want me to cancel the session?
In the early stages of their career, the Beach Boys were managed by their father, Murray. His role in their lives was depicted earlier this year in the ABC movie about the Beach Boys. Marks was not mentioned in the film, but remembers that he and Murray did not get along.
I didn't like carrying my own equipment, for one thing. And Murray kind of got down on me for that.
He got in an argument with my dad on the way down from New York to Philadelphia in a car, and they were arguing. And Dave said, "I quit the group," and my dad said, "I hold you to it," and that was it. He quit.
Nobody believed me. I mean, they just kind of laughed. The guys laughed at me. Well, you can't quit, ha.
But it was no laughing matter, and David Marks literally disappeared from the Beach Boys scene at the age of 15. He formed his own group, the Marksmen, but none of their records were hits. He left the music business, and for many years he worked at odd jobs. Today he lives with his mother while producing records for local singers in Los Angeles. So does he have any regrets?
I can honestly say, though, that I could have used, an extra $1 million, but I'm doing okay.
Mark says he is very glad in one respect that he decided to leave the Beach Boys. He was closest to Dennis Wilson, who developed a severe alcohol and drug problem and drowned in a boating accident in 1983.
Dennis was sort of a mentor to me. We spent a lot of time together, and I did everything he did, only more of it. So I imagine I might have been dead before Dennis if I'd have followed his footsteps. I would have tried to outdo him, and probably would have.
Still, Beach Boys founder Brian Wilson says David Marks' impulsive decision many years ago cost him dearly.
Yeah, it was a trivial argument, and he lost the Beach Boys over it, yeah. He missed out. The Beach Boys went on to be a giant supergroup, and he missed out.
One indication of how important you are is who takes your place when you're gone. When David Marks left the Beach Boys, his first replacement was Glenn Campbell. Now on our Inside Story tomorrow, Patricia Neal, A Portrait of Courage. A series of strokes hampered her acting career.